At number 10, I have everybody's favorite golfer at the moment right now, Rory McIlroy.
Hasn't won a major in a decade.
He's one of those guys that every time he shows up and is committed to playing, he plays well. I mean, like I said, as much as I don't like him, he always shows up when he has to. And number 9, I have Max Homa. He does seem like a cool guy. He's like a guy I like to play around and golf with. I know it doesn't have as many wins as a lot of the other guys that we're going to bring up on this list, but he is, to me, one of the top 10 golfers.
He is this generation's Ricky Fowler. He's really engaging with his fans. Is his golf top 10 level? I don't think so. I think his off the course stuff helps him get into this level. He's not that far off. I mean, he's definitely top 25.
Number 8, I have the new kid on the block, Ludwig Egbert. He's good. We haven't seen a lot. We haven't seen a lot of him yet, but I mean, he's always up there when he plays. I mean, it's ridiculous. Every time I turn the TV on, the little things they show and all the scores on, his name is always there. And he's going to win a major. It might not be this year, it might be next year, but the kid is definitely going to be a force to reckon with. It's like everybody didn't take Hovland very seriously when he first showed up. This kid's showing like the same exact stuff. I think he's better at his age now than Hovland was at that same age. So I think the kid could be the top golfer in the world.
Wow, those are big words, man. Just doesn't have enough on his resume yet for me to consider him for my top 10.
Number 7, I have Cam Smith. What more do we need to say? Guys won major.
End of 2022, he was probably the best golfer in the world when the Players in the Open, right? When he gets his best club going, it's the most important club in the bag. When he gets a putter going, he's unbeatable. I'm interested to see which 6 guys you pick over Cam here. Number 6.
Okay. I got Brooks. Same thing with Brooks. If Brooks' putter's on, he's hard to beat. He's usually pretty good tee to green. It's his putter that gets him a lot of time, and his attitude that he carries himself with sometimes.
You can only have 5 top 5 golfers, right? So it's really difficult to get inside top 5. Before we head to the top 5, was there a guy who was like number 11?
Who we joked about on our text before, Patrick Cantlay. He kind of carries himself like a tool.
5.
DJ. Obviously won Live Las Vegas this week. The guy's motivated. He's one of those guys. If he's motivated, he's tough to beat. I think he's figured out what he needs to do to keep himself motivated and mentally ready to play. And I think he's gonna win 2 or 3 Live tournaments this year, and wouldn't be shocked to see him win another major.
I don't think he's in my top 5. I think he would have been the perfect guy at like number 10. I think he fits that like seesaw. Any given week, he could easily be a top 5 golfer, and any given week, he could easily play as like the 50th best golfer. Number 4, where are we at?
I have Victor Hovland. I just think there's something special about this kid. I mean, you never know. He could be a mid-season acquisition for Live.
His caddy's a member at the same course I am. Lives in the neighborhood there. So he's kind of like my hometown guy. Again, it's really hard for me not to say he's top 10. He's obviously a top 10 golfer.
But this kid's gonna be on the tour for 3 years, and he's 20-something years old. I mean, he's got the game. I mean, he is the defending FedEx Cup champion. So, I mean, he earned that. He won the U.S. Amateur. He won in college. He's won on the tour here. So
Before you tell me your top 3, do you consider all 3 of these players potentially the number 1 golfer in the world?
100%. I got Bryson in number 3. To me, there's no debate that he should be a top 3 player in the world. He would be if there wasn't for all the way he played at the end of last year. I mean, he could very easily, if all those rankings would be the same, he probably could and would be the number 1 player in the world again in a very short time.
And people are going to say that this is the most Live angled thing. It's not. We watched him play. This guy is he's top 3.
Yeah.
He's a top 3 golfer in the world. And I think he could be the number 1 golfer in the world. And I think if I was given my rankings, I think I hate to sound like a homer, man, but I think Bryson's the best player. I think, again, like Cam, when his best part of his game, which is hitting it far and straight, farther and straighter than anybody else on the planet, that gives him such an advantage over any field. It would not be surprising if he won multiple majors this year.
I got Scotty Scheffler number 2.
Yeah.
He's the last couple of years, he's just been on fire. They showed a stat when I was watching the Waste Management the other day, like how many top 10s, and, it's just ridiculous. Like, if you don't pay attention to the PGA Tour, like I know a lot of people that are watching this probably don't, the guy is always on the top of the leaderboard. He may not always win, but he's always there. He's one of those guys, like, if he can actually get his putter going, he's great. He's a great golfer. I mean, there's as much as we're a Live-based show, he is a great golfer, and it's just, the guy is good. He is the world number 1 for a reason, and will he win another major this year? Who knows? But I'm sure he's going to go out and win a couple PGA tournaments this year.
So that obviously leaves Jon Rahm as your number 1 golfer in the world.
And he hasn't even played his best golf yet. That's the best part about it. He could easily ran away with maybe not Mayakoba, but he could have ran away with Vegas. He very easily could. I mean, he kind of melted down Saturday a little bit. But to me, there's no question he's number 1 player. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just whatever you want, whatever side you go for. It's hard not to put him up as the top player in the world.